Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 42 of What If Naruto Went Missing for 4 years. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out the new episode of What If Naruto Was Trained to be a Mercenary. I post a new episode of that, so go ahead and enjoy. And also guys, go ahead and check out Anime King 2 once you're done over here, because I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto had 9 Kekkei Genkai, and also a new episode of What If Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix. So stay in tune for that. And if this is the first time you're hearing my voice and you enjoy the what ifs on both channels, go ahead and click that red subscribe button on both channels and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you all for all of your help and your support, and enjoy the videos. And remember, if you're new to comment down below and tell me, I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So, to do a little bit of a recap, the last time we left off, both Naruto and Sasuke were injured, but Sasuke was at the point that he couldn't move. But Naruto got up as he slowly made his way over to kill Sasuke. Meanwhile, Karin was begging for her life as she told Sakura that she could sense 2 chakra signature in her, meaning that she's pregnant. And she then told Sakura that she is also a mother, so please don't kill her. But Sakura already took a pregnancy test a long while back, as she felt a bit weird before the war started, and it was negative, so she thought that Karin was lying, as Sakura then killed Karin. Naruto was also about to end Sasuke when Suigetsu showed up and took Sasuke away, and also Silali, and the demon Scorpion was sealed by Pain, and other lower level demons were sealed away as well. So the sharks and the spiders decided to retreat for now, as they saw that the enemy was getting the hand over them. As they headed a distance away, as they arrived at the stone village, they wiped out all of the people there and quickly took over the village. As the ninjas were no match for them, Hanabi and a few others managed to escape the assault as they were going back to Konoha. And Sakura also found out that she was pregnant with twins. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. We start this episode with Sakura as she was in the bathroom, as she pulled up her shirt to show her stomach, as it was very toned and ripped from years of training. It's hard to believe that I'm pregnant, she thought, with twins. That will be rough. As she then heard Naruto snoring. However, we will find a way. Meanwhile, out in the countryside, Shino, Kiba, and Akamaru and Hinata jump from tree branch to tree branch. You know, this reminds me of those missions we did when we were kids, said Kiba. Yes, it has been way too long since the 3 of us has been together. So, how are you and your girlfriend doing? Hinata asked as she looked at Shino. She's doing good, he said. She runs some sort of flower shop, right? Kiba asked. Herbs, not flowers, her family. Supply, a lot of medical supply for Konoha Hospital, said Shino. My mistake, said Kiba. Maybe once this is all over, we can have dinner together, said Hinata. I will ask if she wants to do that, said Shino as they moved closer and closer to the border. Back with Naruto, he was currently in the living room. As Sakura walked up to him, Naruto, why don't you take a seat and I'll get you something to drink? I can't do that, Sakura. I need to see Tsunade to plan our next move. But Sakura pushed him down on the couch. Naruto, everyone will be there tomorrow for a meeting, said Sakura. As she went to get 2 glasses of water, she gave one to Naruto and kept one for herself as they both sat down on the couch. As Naruto sipped some of the water, Naruto, said Sakura. Yeah, what is it? He asked. She then took a deep breath. You're going to be a father, she said. I am going to be a father? Yes, you're going to be a father. as she guided his hand to her stomach. Whoa, said Naruto. I knew you want to wait until the war was over. Who cares, said Naruto. How did you find out? He asked. Karen actually told me, said Sakura, as Naruto raised an eyebrow. She was begging for her life and said that as a mother I should spare her so she can be with her son. At first I didn't believe her, but then Katsura informed me that there was two new chakra system in mind. Two? Naruto asked. Yes, we're going to be having twins, Sakura said, as Naruto's smile got even wider. Wait, two? Said Naruto, as he then passed out. As Sakura rushed over to him, as she realized that he just passed out of stress and joy combined, because he was completely fine. Meanwhile, out in the forest, near the fire border, a small group being led by Hanabi was moving slowly. We need to keep going, said Hanabi. We need rest, said Ajeni. My father is wounded. Isn't the wound healing? Asked Hanabi as she looked towards a nurse who escaped the destruction. No, if anything, it's getting worse, said the nurse. Fine, we will rest for a bit, said Hanabi, as they sat down by the riverside. Back at Konoha, Naruto regained consciousness. Twins, he said. As he said twins like 100 times now. We cannot be totally sure, but yes, just under 9 months you and I will have twins to look after, said Sakura. Wow, this is just wonderful, Sakura, said Naruto as he kissed her. There was then a knock at the door as Sakura went to get it as her mother walked in. I thought you two may want some food, said Ren with a large smile as she held up a bag of homemade food. Mom, I told him, so you can stop pretending that this is your only reason for being here. Great! Now I can finally tell my friends that I will be a grandmother, said Ren. I never thought you would be happy about being a grandma, Mom, asked Sakura as she took her place at the table as Naruto came in and sat down as well. Well, it's a sign that I'm getting older, which I don't like, but to see those two bundle of joys as a big smile came on her face. Later that night, the group, led by Hanabi, moved towards a leaf. How long until we reach a leaf? Asked the young Chunin as they pushed through the woods, as they couldn't take the road, as they fear coming upon demons. Sooner than you think, said a voice, as a knife appeared at the Chunin's neck. Who are you? The person said. I am Cal, said the Chunin. Who are you? She's my sister, said Hanabi as she walked out of the bush, as the person with the knife was Hinata. Hinata then lowered the knife. So, the report are true. The stone village is gone. Yes, we got blown off the face of the world by those demons, said Cal. How about the leaf village? Is it still there? Of course it is, said Kiba, as he and Shino and Akamaru appeared. All of the other nations are still fine, he said. That is good, said Hanabi. Good? It's because of you guys that our village is gone. Your village chose to not fight, so it's your own fault, said Shino. Still, it's because of your damn Namikaze that the war started, said Cal. This conflict is older than the human race itself. Naruto has nothing to do with it, explained Hinata. And just because your village hate Namikaze, it doesn't mean you can blame him for everything. Watch me, said Cal, as Hinata rolled her eyes, as she knew that something was off about this kid. Apart from his eyes, he seemed like a taller version of Kiba when he was 12, as she wondered if he was related to Kiba. What are you going to do to us? Asked Hanabi. It's up to the Hokage, said Kiba, as he looked at the half-dozen ninjas and the dozen of civilians who were in front of him. However, I see no real reason why you can't stay. The only problem may be the ninjas. We will take our chances, said Hanabi. I am assuming that father is dead, said Hinata, as she crossed her arm. Yeah, he died running away from the demons, said Hanabi, as Hinata smiled. That is good for him, said Hinata. That is your father, said Cal. You never know that bastard, said Hinata. Yes, Hayashi was a bastard, said another voice, as someone stood up and moved forward. As he was about 6 feet tall, with rock, Envu uniform, with his broken mask hanging by his side. His upper right chest was covered with a blood-soaked rag wrapping him. His dark brown hair ran down to his neck as Hinata's eyes widened when she noticed the two thin red lines under each of his eyes. It can't be, she thought, as Kiba narrowed his eyes at the man. Hello, the man said. You bastard, Kiba said as he rushed forward as he pinned the man to a tree. Long time no see, Kiba, said the man as Kiba glared at the man, his eyes full of hate. Leave him alone, said Cal. Stay out of this, kid, said Kiba as he pushed the kid away. Stay out of this, Cal, said the man. Yes, father, said Cal, as Kiba eyes widened when he heard the boy call him father. It isn't bad enough that you left the village, your clan, your family, but you created a new family to replace us, said Kiba. What is going on? Asked Shino as he looked at Hinata. Shino, that's Kaden Inuzuka, said Hinata. Kiba's father, the one that left the Leaf village when Kiba was only 6 years old. Kiba, I don't expect you to understand, said Kaden, as Kiba held him tight against a tree, his elbow on his throat. I was goddamn 6 and Hana was 10 when you abandoned us. I should just kill you. Kiba, it doesn't matter now, said Hinata, as she looked at Kaden. When were you stung? She asked him, as he moved his shirt to show an infected bite right on his shoulder on my way out of the village 2 days ago. It was a small scorpion thing, said Kaden. A Sylvie, said Hinata. A what? Asked Cal. It's a rare type of scorpion instead of the normal fast venom. It carries a slow venom that slowly shuts down every movement in the body, said Hinata. It is best used in interrogation when the victim is stung, as they start to get questioned as their body start to shut down. And if they don't get the answer they want, they wait till the last moment and give the antitoxin. So give my father the antitoxin, said Cal. It doesn't matter, the antitoxin needs to be delivered in 30 hours after being stung, said Hinata as she looked into Kaden's eyes. You will die anytime in the next 24 hours. Sorry. Well, that sucks, said Kaden. I am personally amazed that you are still able to stand, said Hinata. Most people would be on their knees right now. I am a strong person, said Kaden. We are maybe 6 hours away from the Leaf village. If we take top speed, maybe Sakura and the other medics can do something, said Kiba. I am sorry, Kiba, but the toxin has reached his bone marrow by now and sink into it. So if they clean the toxin, it will just come back. I don't think there is anything they can do other than ease in the pain as he dies. Looks like you will see me die after all, said Kaden. I don't care if you live or die. I just want to watch Mom tear you a new one, said Kiba. Can you let me explain why I left? Said Kaden. Oh, I know, said Kiba. Mom liked Minato Namikaze when she was going to school, and she always tried to compare the both of you. How do you know? Asked Kaden. Tatsumi told me and I told my husband, said Hinata. Ah, you are married to my big boy here, said Kaden as Kiba's eyes narrowed. Big boy? Kiba asked. You used to call me your little boy. You are my oldest son, said Kaden. Well, you're older than Cal, as Kiba turned around and eyed his younger brother. Not only did you start a new family, but you named your new son after Grandpa? When you left, he was the one who raised me until he died when I was 10. Listen, Kiba, I wanted to take you and your sister with me, but I knew you would have a better life with the rest of the clan, said Kaden. I would have had a better life if my father didn't run out on me, snapped Kiba. Imagine this, said Kaden, spending every day of your life knowing that your wife loved another man. Could you stand that? Could you have stood there day after day listening to the woman you love Talk about another man, a dead man, saying how nothing I ever do will ever live up to him. It doesn't matter, you had a family and you just ran off, said Kiba as he pushed Kaden into the tree as he let go. Kaden then fell to the ground. You are no father, you're a piece of crap, Kiba, said Hinata as Kiba pushed past her. Hinata, you hate your father for everything he did. However, at least you had a father around. My father abandoned us, and I will never forgive him for that, said Kiba, and he then replaced us. I understand that you're upset, and I wouldn't forgive him neither, but we have to get them to leave, said Hinata. There, you can talk about it with your family. And also Cal is a member of your clan, and he's your brother, and once Kaden dies, we will have to care for him. Why? Kiba asks as he looked at his brother. He's a member of the Inuzaka pack, and pack members never abandon each other, said Hinata. Don't do what your father did, and abandon a member of your family. Alright, said Kiba. I will talk to the council to decide his fate. A few hours later, Sakura and Naruto lie in bed. As Naruto's asleep, his arms wrapped around her. She should be sleeping, but her mind was on other things. As Naruto then spoke, as Sakura then found out that he was not sleeping. You're thinking about them too, aren't you? He asked. Yeah, said Sakura, I am just worried about messing up. As Naruto chuckled, what is it? She asked. It is just like, you sound like a mother right there. Besides, you will be a great mother. I am worried about me. I wasn't worried about you. You will be a great father, said Sakura. I wish I had your confidence in me. I never had a father, so I don't know how to act. How to have a family, said Naruto. You will be a great dad, Naruto, said Sakura. Just believe in yourself. Just like how you will be a great mother, said Naruto. Now get some rest. You have 2 kids growing in you. Alright, said Sakura, as she started to drift off into sleep. The next morning, the sun was just coming over the leaf. As Hanabi hasn't slept in a few hours, there will be a massive memorial service for everyone that they lost in battle. Some members of the council had called for everyone to pull out of the war, but after hearing smaller villages and the stone village got wiped out by the demons and catling humans and taunting them before they eat them, everyone got scared as the council knew that they had to fight with the other demons to try and win or they all would die. Lady Tsunade, said Shizune as she entered the room. Yes? Hinata has returned from the stone village with a few survivors, said Shizune. I see, said Tsunade. Kiba's father is amongst them, said Shizune. As Tsunade's eyes widened. What? Kaden Inuzaka is back in the leaf, however, he is wounded with a scorpion sting that Hinata said it cannot be cured, said Shizune as Tsunade looked down at her decks. I suppose it's for the best. Tatsumi would kill him anyhow. Unknowing to them, across the road, Tatsumi Inuzaka, along with her married daughter, was walking up the flight of the stairs. As they arrived to see Kiba and Hinata outside. Are you sure it is him? Asked Hana. Take a look, said Kiba, as Hana looked through the glass door. Standing there was Ino, Sakura, and 2 other people she has never seen before working on her father. Sakura and Ino looked at each other as they then walked out of the room. How is he? Asked Kiba. Sorry, but there isn't anything we can do apart from making him comfortable, said Ino. He's my dad, and you two are amongst the best medical ninjas in the world. Don't tell me you cannot do anything, said Hana as she raised her voice. Hana, said Kiba as he placed his hand on his sister's shoulder. If they say there's nothing they can do, then there's nothing they can do. Don't let him live comfortable. Let him die painfully as possible, said Tatsumi. Mom, how can you say that? He's my dad, said Hana. He left us, said Tatsumi. I never understood how you could still care for him. He's dad, Plain and simple, said Hana. It was then that they took notice of the boy as he walked up beside Hinata. Who is he? Asked Hana. Dad's new son, said Kiba. What? Said Hana. That bastard started a new family? Growled Tatsumi. It isn't time to get angry, said Hinata. Hinata is right, judging from how fast his organs are failing. He has just over an hour, maybe 2, said Sakura. So why don't you 5? Say your farewell. Forget that, I am going to go to the funeral of real leaf ninjas, not assholes, said Tatsumi as she turned to leave. Kiba, I will understand if you want to stay. I will represent the clan at the funeral. Mom, please stay, said Hana, as Tatsumi walked away. Let her go and be with her father, said Sakura. Alright, said Hana. He's awake and waiting for you all in there at any time, said Ino, as she stepped aside, letting Hinata, Hana, and Kiba and Kal enter the room. As Ino closed the door, it was then the sound of bell started to ring in the ear. Sounds like the memorial service has begun. As Ino then looked through the window to see the rain coming down, just drizzling. It is almost as if nature itself is crying like everyone else. I hate funerals, said Ino. This isn't a funeral, it's a memorial. The families will still have their own private funerals. It doesn't matter, said Ino. Some bodies were never recovered, and there will never be. A few minutes later, Naruto and Sakura were standing beside each other, as Naruto had a black umbrella as the rain was still falling. There was tripods with members' name on it, as they lost 1,710 people, as people were crying their eyes out. Hours later, the demon summoners, Tsunade and the Upper Heads, and the Kyuubi and Hashai were in a room. I would like to thank you all for coming today, said Tsunade. What are we going to do about the refugees from the rock that are coming in? Asked Choza. We do what we have to do, said Neji, who was now leading the members of the branch family of the Hyuga clan, and that is give them a shelter new home. We could use the forces to help build our own forces, said Shikamaru. It may be less, but it is better than nothing. Neji, I am not sure if you know this, but Hanabi is back, said Kiba. I am aware of that, and that is something me and my clan has to talk about, said Neji. However, we need to focus on ending this war as fast as possible. That will not be easy. The enemy is already rebuilding the rock, said Hashai. Why would they rebuild the village they destroyed? Asked Choji. I should be clearer, said Hashai. They are rebuilding the village into a base. Can't you just teleport yourself in? Asked Choji. Yes, but I would be going into the heart of the enemy. And right now both sides are beat up, and no one can do a carry-out attack. Then there's the Akatsuki, said Lavi, who was talking for the Demon Lions. They control the chakra of 2 demon lords and plus a lot of the scorpion enemies. How much of a threat are they? Asked Inoichi. They are not big as the other demons, but they will become future problems, said Shikamaru. And we cannot go after anyone else right now without opening ourselves to an attack. So what are we going to do? Asked Tsunade. We wait, said Hashai. We need to regain some strength. We have a bunch of new trainings coming out, said the Kyuubi. And I will have 2 divisions ready within 18 months, said Hashai. 18 months? Said Choza. Do you really think that this war would be over in a few months? Asked Lavi. This war is going to be a long one. If it wasn't for the Akatsuki stepping in, we would be done already. But now we have to change our plans, said Shikamaru. Demon War before this one lasted 25 years, said Shikamaru as he looked at Choza. What? Said Choza. But guys, gonna be end this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also stay in tune because I'm going to be posting a new episode of what if Naruto had the Sharingan and Byakugan mix, and what if Naruto had 9 Genkai. So stay tuned for those and enjoy. But for now, I'm out there. Peace.